Hello everyone, welcome back. The Disney Price here. It has been a while. I apologize for the lack of videos. It has been a hectic month and just over a month since I was in America doing the CRP. But I am back now, back here in the UK, unfortunately. I had the absolutely time of my life over in America doing, over in Walt Disney World, doing the cultural representative program, but I am back now. And today I'm going to be doing a bit of a video about the CRP, applying for the CRP, as mainly it's going to be about the timeline and the timeline of when I got all my emails, results, and when I did my interviews and stuff like that. But if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss when I upload a new video. So I applied for the CRP right at the beginning of 2023. Feels like an absolute lifetime ago. I was still doing A-levels and everything. But yeah, I applied right at the beginning of 2023. We're now at the beginning of 2025 and I've just finished my program. So from start to end, that's obviously how long it can take. I actually got my laptop here with all the emails up. I applied for the program on the 9th of January, and obviously you'll get a confirmation email saying that you've applied for the position with Yummy Jobs, which is the third-party recruiter that Disney get to scout out for them applicants for them. And then it wasn't until the 15th of February, so that is over a month later, that I got an outcome from my first application. And I was actually unsuccessful from the application, from the CV stage. So I actually got an email saying that I was unsuccessful for the cultural representative program. However, my name, I was in a group of probably about, I think we worked out to be about 15, 20 people that actually got put on a wait list. This wait list was for anyone that, if people dropped out from the yes category, then those waitlisted people will then later be invited to a in-person interview with Yummy Jobs down near London. So at the time I was a bit, let down, upset that I thought, I wasn't going to do the program. So then I thought, that was the end of it. But then on the 27th of February 2023, so what's that, about that's 12 days later, I got an email from Yummy Jobs saying that I needed to quickly reply. A space had opened up for the interviews, and if I wanted to attend one of the two dates on the interview, needed to quickly reply to the email, and I would be offered. So I was just like over the moon that I had moved from the waitlist up into to the interview stage, the first interview stage. So I replied, and I eventually got confirmation of the first interview with Yummy Jobs in Epping. So I got confirmation of that in early March. So already we are, 2 months in, and you've not gotten to the first stage yet. I know on this year's, everyone's applied and still waiting to hear back from Yummy Jobs. It is a long process. They have Yummy Jobs and Disney have so many applicants to go through. Obviously, they want to give everyone a fair chance. So yeah, they've got a lot of people to get through. I then went for my interview with Yummy Jobs on the 13th of March. That is down in Epping. So from here where I live in the Midlands, I just got the train down to central London, and then you can easily get the, I think it's the Central Line tube over to Epping, and then from the tube station it's a short walk to the Yummy Jobs office. But the actual interview itself it was quite short, I think. Thinking back, I think it was only about 15 minutes at the absolute most. But it was really lovely. I think I went for coffee with a few other people beforehand. So, it was nice to break the ice a bit and talk to people. Yeah, and I took a item that represented my culture. So I'm from Worcestershire. I took a bottle of Worcestershire sauce. And obviously I learned the backstory of that when I went in, and I told the story of that, and hopefully impressed them with that little bit of knowledge of culture. And then so my interview was on the 13th of March, and on the 17th of March, so the time for them to get back after the interview was quite quick. I got an email from Yummy Jobs saying that my application with them was successful and that I would go to the final Disney interviews down in London. Now, this is, a lot of people have said previously that if you get to this stage, you are, guaranteed to go through. My year was not necessarily the case. Disney told us at the time that they were very unsure on labour statistics and labour requirements for the next year. So they weren't sure of how many people that they needed. So we were all very unsure on how many people would get through this next stage. So it's not necessarily true that if you get to the last stage, you are guaranteed the position on the program. That's not necessarily the case. But it's a great sign. If you get through the first stage, that's a great sign. If you don't get past the first interview, then, 100% keep on applying. There's so many applications, and, you're competing against so many people that want the program as much as each other. But anyway, I then booked my interview with Disney. Just going to the HQ down in Hammersmith itself was just a whole experience in itself, going inside the Disney headquarters. I'll put some pictures of when I went. It was just absolutely amazing. Inside there, it's like a little piece of Disney World in London. So yeah, when was my interview date? So my interview with Disney themselves was around mid-April. So that's already over 3 months from the first application. So do not expect to be applying in January when applications usually open and be starting that year or within 6 months of applying. The chances of that are practically zero. You got to have time to do your visa, go through the whole application process. It takes a long time. Obviously, it's putting your life on hold for a while, but that's got to be something you're prepared to do if you want to do the program. Obviously, Disney want you to take a whole year out of your life to go over and work for them. So I then got a thank you for interviewing email after I went to the headquarters. And then that's it. This was the longest wait, a very tedious wait. We then had to do a few things. You set yourself up on like a Disney hub type of thing, and then you do your English statement, stuff like that. They just want to know that you can definitely speak English, and there's a whole load of other information that they want, whether you've had previous US visas or whatever, just so if you do get offered a role, that they know you're already suitable and ready to go with all of that. So from my interview to when I got my congratulations email. Oh, by the way, before I got my congratulations email, most of us were actually put on a wait list. Every month we would have an email through from Disney going, are you still interested in the role? And then you had to click a link and you had to say, yes, I'm still interested, or no, I'm not. If you press no, I'm not, or you didn't reply to the email, you'd be taken out of the application process. But if you replied yes, then obviously you stayed in that wait list. Like I said, not everyone came off that wait list. I don't think anyone actually, some people did. I think some people did actually get an email saying, unfortunately, you've been unsuccessful. This time, I believe some people did. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe some people did. Most people did stay on the wait list, but it was not a guarantee that you were going to come off the wait list. But the 11th of August 2023 was a very exciting day for me. So, this is 7 months after I first applied. I got my congratulations email from Disney saying I had been successful and selected to participate in a Disney international program. I was doing Camp America at the time, and I think we just started the day. Obviously, it was on the same time zone in Boston as Florida, so it came through quite early in the morning. And I remember it came up on my Apple Watch, and I was just staring at my Apple Watch. I was like, because it came up like email subject, congrat, and then ... And I was like, so I was like, oh my God, I need to go and read this email. And yeah, so I went and read it, and then I told everyone at camp that I was successful, and after I finished camp, I was going to go off to Florida and work in Disney World for a year. And everyone was so excited for me, and that was really, really nice day. Everyone was so happy for me, but I still enjoyed my last couple of weeks working over in Camp America. In Boston. I really enjoyed that. Camp America and the CRP are such special programs. Obviously, Camp America is a lot easier to do because there are so many different camps that are looking for people from all over the world to go and do. I highly recommend Camp America if you're currently working towards a university placement or you just finished your A-levels. It is a great experience to go and move away for the summer. You know, gives you the ability to travel America a bit and work over in the States too. And I honestly do think if it wasn't for my experience doing Camp America, I wouldn't have had the knowledge and the experience to go and then do the CRP. So if you're desperate to do the CRP, I do recommend you go and do Camp America and get some good experience of working in the heat, working in the summer over in America. Anyway, after I got that congratulations email, there was so much admin and paperwork you have to do. You have to sign up for 1 million different accounts. You know, you start setting your preferences for your roommates, and if you want to link with other people, you can put that down. But you'll get your contract from Disney when you first get your congratulations email, and that will have all of your all of your start dates, and your role, whether you'll be doing food and beverage or merch, or if you're from a different country, it might have attractions in. So yeah, that was absolutely amazing. And I believe this experience is also very similar if you're doing the CEP, which is the Cultural Exchange Program, I think. That is the university summer placement. So that's when you go over to Florida just for like 2 or 3 months, I believe it is, like Camp America, but Disney. So yeah, I believe that process is very similar to this, but obviously CRP, you are there for a year. So yeah, and then after that I had background checks done. You had to do a UK background check. Can't remember what it's called. It's got a name, DBS check. So yeah, you have to do a DBS check, send that off to Yummy Jobs, and then Yummy Jobs sort all that out for you. But pretty much after the first application stage and interview stage, Yummy Jobs pretty much goes out the picture, and it's pretty much Disney doing everything. Disney are the ones that sponsor your visa and everything like that, and send you instructions for obtaining your Q1 visa. So yeah, pretty much after the first bit of the application stage, Yummy Jobs kind of goes out the window. Obviously they're there for support during the program, and after the program and before the program. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I went out, then I flew out. My start date was in the middle of January, and I went out just a couple of days before I started to, you know, settle in and explore Disney a bit before I lived and worked there for a year. So yeah, I had an absolutely amazing time out there. In food and beverage I was. So you started off front of house, and then about 7 months in, I moved into service, and I was in the restaurant serving in the Rose and Crown dining room until January this year. And then I flew home on the 14th of January. So all in all, from first applying for the program to finishing my program, it's insane that was over 2 years ago. I first applied for the program over 2 years ago, and I've only just finished the program. Obviously the whole program is a year itself, but the actual application stage from applying to first going over there takes nearly a year. So obviously, like I said earlier, you pretty much put your life on hold. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to do some more little videos like this maybe in the future. If you do have any questions or anything about the program, feel free to put them down in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them. Maybe if I get enough comments, I'll do like a little Q&A video maybe. But thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.